So let's just do kind of like a general kind of Q&A for you guys. So anything in particular that you got questions of, you've been having issues with, troubles?
Push.
Push, what do you mean about push?
Okay, somebody, just like you said, somebody's in close range, they push you.
They push you?
They push you.
And what are you going to...
What's your defense there?
Oh, I don't know. This is a bad situation. So like, okay, so you're just going to be pushing me?
Correct. I was like, hey, what's up, man?
Whoa. For that case, I mean, in that particular scenario, hey, what's up? What's going on? Huh? You know, right. I like to use this scenario, right? Because I got kids. It's like, hey, listen, we're going to a baby shower, right? And I get the last cupcake on the table, right? And some dude comes up to me, excuse me, I believe you have my cupcake.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I'm thinking, okay, shoot, this is kind of weird. He's asking for the last cupcake. He's confronting me about, here, take the cupcake. You know what? I can't take the cupcake now because, well, you got your hands all over it. So I think we got a problem.
Right there.
Right? Kind of like that?
Right.
In that particular case, if you give me a little bit of a push.
Okay.
Well, okay, calm down. And immediately, I'm getting into my defensive stance. Okay. All right? I'm stepping back. I'm holding my hands up here, right? Because some people will do this, and we talked about this on the last video as far as the defensive stance. People, and you see videos on YouTube, right? Closed circuit TV and all that, you know, like real stuff. It's not like demo type of things. Like people that are real victims are like, okay, no, hey, listen, I don't want to do anything, right? I would not recommend this because even though it looks like you don't want trouble, that might be the case. You're not in a good place to defend yourself. So that's, if you give me a little bit of push, well, all right, listen, buddy, I'm sorry. It was my fault. Let me get you something else, right? And so that's where I start doing my other things, right? Because I don't want to throw. I don't want to use the headbutt. I don't want to use my elbows. I don't want to do anything like that. So this is where we get to a point where, okay, this really is an issue. We need to start de-escalating. This is where verbal jujitsu comes in, right? This is when it's like, you know, you call me stupid.
Hey, what's up, stupid?
Yeah, it's true. I've been doing some...
What's going on?
Not much, man.
Shorty, what's going on,
I'm pretty sure. You're very tall, though. You're very tall. You're very tall and attractive, too. Anyone ever tell you that? You're a good-looking guy. I'm kind of short. I've been getting that all my life, but I'm sure you, from the day you were born, like, man, this is a nice guy, good-looking guy.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying you're a good-looking dude, man. I'm sure my wife would be very, very complimentary of you as well. She'd say, wow, why don't you... Well, let me introduce you, right? So it doesn't matter, right? I don't care. My ego is down. I don't care, right? So that's the thing that you got to learn to swallow, especially when it comes to de-escalation. This is where, man, there are times I go to the club. I'm not looking for trouble. Somebody's looking for trouble, though. They're just looking for an excuse to start some trouble. And God, it sucks. I've been in those situations, right? But that's where it's like, and this is when I first started martial arts, when I was like, I could do something right now. It would not be a good idea for me to do. So here's the thing. When most people start getting confident, especially with martial arts, they only stop at that point. I could do something right now, right? A lot of them, they struggle over a hump to get to the point, I don't want anything to happen right now. Okay, man, I'm going to swallow this. The mental dialogue is, I'm going to swallow this, right? How much are you going to swallow it? Well, how much do you not want to get into an issue? How much do you not want to go to jail, right? I mean, you hear stories. Man, there's one story I heard from this guy where he had a student that was in a bar. Some guy just wanted to start some trouble, pushed him, right? And he's trying to defend himself. One punch, bam, right? The dude was all in his rights. The student, martial arts student, was in all of his rights, you know, in so many ways, to defend himself. I don't know if it necessarily meant to actually hit him. Maybe it did. I wasn't there. Dude falls down, hits his head, dies. Right? So whether this guy goes to jail or not, that's a big burden. So that's where I immediately go when it comes to something like this. Man, you want to insult my wife? Go ahead and do that. I'm going to protect her. Absolutely. Right? I'm going to protect my children. I'm going to protect myself. But that's the last thing that I want to have to do. Make sense? Now, there's all sorts of stuff, right? That's the 80% that we want to be in. We want to live in a world, even more so, 99%. We want to live in a world where if someone did something, okay, we can still walk away, we can still be safe, right? That 1%, the 0.5% where we actually have to use the things that we're learning on the mat, man, I want to keep that to zero, as close to zero as possible. Make sense?
Makes sense.
So even though you can doesn't necessarily mean that you should. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys.